The great demon king of Lanka, Ravana, was the reason why Lord Vishnu came to the earth as Rama. His original name was Dashagriva or Dashanana or Dashakantha, as he was born with 10 heads. He also had 20 arms. Ravana was the name given to him by Lord Shiva later on, which means one who screams in Sanskrit. There is an interesting story explaining how he got this name. One day Ravana went to Mount of Kailasha to take Lord Shiva with him to Lanka permanently to please his mother. On the way he met Nandi, who said it is an impossible task and did not allow him to meet Shiva. Ravana, enraged, started lifting the entire Kailash mountain along with Shiva to take it to Lanka. Even in such condition, he did not forget to chant the Panchakshari mantra Namah Shivaya. When the Mount Kailasha started moving with the might of Ravana, Shiva, who was on the mountain along with Parvati, felt the tremors and pressed his toe to the ground in order to stop and curb Ravana's arrogance. Ravana's hands got crushed under the mountain with the pressure. It made Ravana yelp and shout, and the sound was so strong that his shouting caused an earthquake. After some time, Ravana understood he cannot solve this problem with shouting or feeling his pain. He tore out his body parts and made a veena like music instrument and started singing one of his famous creations, the Ravana Shiva Stotram or Shivatandava Stotram, and pleaded Lord Shiva to relieve him. Shiva was so mesmerized with this stotram that he lifted his toe and freed Ravana from his pain. Then Shiva gave Dashanana the name Ravana, as he could shake the earth with his cry. Ravana was no commoner among the humans or asuras. Ravana was half Brahmin and half demon. His parents were the great sage Vishrava and Kaikasi, the demon princess, daughter of Sumali and Ketumati. He was born in Lanka in the Treta Yuga. Sumali was instrumental in making Ravana the king of Lanka by advising him to get boons from Brahma, defeat Kubera, who was the guardian of the heavenly wealth, and establish the Rakshasa rule in the three worlds. Sumali had 10 sons who were the famous generals in Lanka's army. Ravana's grandfather on his father's side, the sage Pulastya, was one of the 10 Prajapatis who were the sons of Brahma and one of the 7 great sages, the Saptarishis. So Ravana was the great grandson of Lord Brahma himself. His grandfather on his mother's side, Sumali, the king of the Rakshasas or demons, was the son of Sukesha. Sumali had wished Kaikasi to marry the most powerful being in the mortal world so as to produce an exceptional heir. He rejected the kings of the world as they were less powerful than him. Kaikasi searched among the sages and finally chose Vishrava, the father of Kubera, who was the then king of the Lanka. Ravana and his siblings were born to the couple. Ravana has total 7 brothers and 2 sisters. They completed their education from their father and gained immense knowledge. Ravana performed penance on Mount Gokarna for 11,000 years to please Brahma and get boons. One of the boon Ravana was blessed with was that he would be invincible to the creation of Brahma, including gods, kinnaras, gandharvas, etc. But he did not mention human beings in the list due to his ego. He also received weapons, chariot, as well as the ability to change his form as he wished from Brahma. He is believed to have been in possession of the Amrita, the nectar of immortality, which he carefully stored within his belly. This was a boon that he had received from Lord Brahma instead of the immortality boon he asked for. According to this boon, he could be vanquished only and only if someone managed to pierce through his belly and destroy the Amrita lying within. Ravana later usurped Lanka from his half-brother Kubera and became king of the Golden Lanka. He appointed Shukracharya, the Devaguru, as his priest and learnt the Arthashastra, the science of economics and politics, from him. Ravana was married to Mandodari, the daughter of the celestial architect Maya and an Apsara Hema. His second wife's name is Dhanyamalini, and there is also a third wife whose details are not known. Mandodari was his chief queen, who was very beautiful, knowledgeable, pious and righteous. She is extolled as one of the Panchakanyas, the recital of whose names is believed to dispel sin. He had 6 very powerful sons from his 3 wives. There is an interesting story about the birth of his eldest son. It is said that when his son Meghanada was to be born from his wife Mandodari's womb, Ravana instructed all the planets and the sun to be in their proper position for the auspicious Lagna so that his son would become immortal. But Saturn or Shani suddenly changed its position at the end moment, making the time perilous to the boy. Noticing this, furious Ravana attacked Saturn with his mace and broke off one of his legs, maiming him for life, and also arrested him. He released Saturn only after the interference from the gods. Though Ravana represents the very essence of evil, there are many interesting facts about Ravana to be known. Apart from being a staunch devotee of Lord Shiva, he was also a learned scholar who mastered the divine knowledge of 6 Shastras and the 4 Vedas. Ravana possessed a thorough knowledge of Siddha, medicine, astrology, politics, and science. He was a connoisseur of arts, himself being a maestro of the chord musical instrument Veena. Though Ravana usurped Lanka, he had been a good, benevolent, and efficient ruler. He ruled wisely and made sure to keep his subjects happy at all times. Lanka flourished under his rule. Ravana has proceeded on a series of campaigns conquering human, god, and demon kingdoms and made Lanka strong and very prosperous. It is believed that Ravana ruled Lanka for several hundred years prior to the times of Ramayana. Ravana Lanka's location was mainly concentrated around the eastern and southern corners of the present Sri Lanka and believed to have been lost to the sea with the years. Lanka under the scholarly Ravana saw great advancements in science and medicine. The Pushpaka Vimana or the aeroplane which he flew is held as an example of great scientific achievements made during his regime. Ravana also holds a high position as a physician, and there exist to this day 7 books on Ayurveda on his name. He is also believed to be an expert of Hindu astrology. Some say that his description as a 10-headed person is believed to be a reference to his vast knowledge and intelligence, which is many folds to a normal person. He was extremely wise, powerful, and ambitious as well. His major goal was to dominate the gods and gain full control over the entire universe. While doing that, he also made many enemies. One story goes that Ravana had killed King Anaranya of the Ikshvaku dynasty, to which Lord Rama belonged. While dying, King Anaranya had cursed Ravana, saying that the son of King Dashratha will eventually kill him. At a point of time, he won everybody in the world. Only few like Kartavirarjuna and Vali could not be defeated by him, but he made friends with both of them. Ravana has always been a family man, respecting his parents, listening to his grandfather, and supporting his siblings. He abducted Sita to avenge his sister's deformation by Lakshmana. He adored his children, made plans for them, and took pride in their achievements. He loved his wives and respected their wisdom. Let us know more about the achievements and frailties of Ravana in another session and understand how a person so accomplished can touch such lows that Lord Vishnu had to come to slay him. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.